Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with January favorites, and I'm going to do it as a get ready with me. This is the look I'm doing, and I'm going to start with two things that I can't put on my face. And the first one is this Beauty Blender Solid. I know a lot of people love this. I cannot remember who made me buy it. I have always used Dawn and thought, yeah, that's fine. It's getting everything out. It was not getting everything out. I thought I was never going to get all the makeup out of my beauty blenders the first time I used this. Now, this is a solid. It's a solid. And I let the water run over this for about 15 minutes while I was just rinsing them and rinsing them and rinsing them. It didn't even really make, well, like just a small little dent. So I think this will last a good long time. And then the other thing is a cleansing balm. And what I love about this is the size of it. Because when I travel, I usually use a cleansing oil. But when I travel, it's hard to take a cleansing oil with me without putting it into another container, or it's just hard. So when I was at Ulta, I saw this at the checkout, the Clinique Take the Day Off. I already know I love this. This will be great to travel with. I got this at Ulta and I really love that. I cannot wait to take that on a trip. And everything else I'm using in the Get Ready With Me. So I'm going to jump right into this and I hope you enjoy it. And I'm going to start with a primer. And that is the Stila One Step Correct. I got the correcting one with the lavender, green, and pink in here. So this corrects color on your face. This helps smooth my complexion out so much. And wherever I have maybe blemishes, like past blemishes with some redness, I like to spread the residue after I get it spread in real good. Hold on. Okay, then after I get it rubbed in, I like to put the residue up here under my eyes to get a little bit of a jump start on my dark circles, and it does give me a jump start. I love that. One of you girls told me about that a long time ago, and I really like it a lot. Okay, next, an eye primer, the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. Now, I have heard real mixed reviews on this. I really love it. I put it on with a Real Techniques little blending brush, and I love the priming cover it gives my eyelids. Okay, then I'm going to take some of my Milani. This is my Prep Set and Go. It's just about gone. And I'm going to go over that primer with this, and we're going to start with the eyes today. Next, we're going to move on to eyes, and I this month tried the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is my first Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette, and it is so beautiful. It's nice and pigmented, blends out really easy. It's not patchy. I will tell you, for me, this needs a primer. It wears off about 3/4 of the way through the day if I don't have a primer with it. But with a primer, this is great. And the e.l.f. Putty Primer does help this quite a bit to stay on better. I'm going to start down here in the little trio section called Date. And I'm going to put that one on my transition. So I'm going to start over here. And I'm going to follow my orbital bone. And my eye brush is the Sigma E47. Always. It's just such a tiny little crease brush. All right, then staying in that same area of Date, I'm using that one right there, the center color of Date. And I'm going to do my crease. Staying right down there in the crease, not going up too high. And just following the natural shape of my eye. Okay, I'm going to introduce a different tone to the crease. I'm going to put a little bit of this red down here. I'm just going to stay low, and I'm going to add a little bit of red on the outer third of that crease. Okay, then I'm going to get my Louise Young from the Lisa D1 collection, and this is the LY13. And I'm going to go into this dark brown in the Date section. And I do like to spray my brush on this step because that's not the darkest brown. But when I spray my brush, and I'm spraying it with the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, That'll kind of richen that up enough for that outer V. And then I'm just swirling around in that. And then I'm just making a straight line to start from the corner of my eye out. Kind of working over just a little bit to make that outer V. Okay, now then over here on the outer, I'm just going to go in a little circular motion, kind of smooth out that edge and working over just a little bit. All right, I'm going to blend this out with the MAC 221S, just a little bit bigger crease brush. Being so careful not to spread that around. Okay, I'm going to put my milk jumbo stick on my eyelid. Okay, I'm getting a Sigma Small Tapered Blending E45. And I'm going into, let's go down here first, to the red section, the lightest pink. And over here, beside my outer V, I'm going to work a little bit of that in and kind of blend it on both sides. Just kind of blend that a little bit. And I'm going to go into this lightest shimmer down here under the daytime section. I'm starting towards the middle and working my way towards the inner. And then with the residue on that brush, I'm going to kind of blend that inner edge. Very soft. And I'm not testing out any eyeliner, so I'm going to go put on my Rimmel in black on my upper lash line, and I'll be back. And when I'm doing my eyeliner, I'm pressing into that lash line so I don't take up a lot of lid. Okay, I'm going to move on to mascara, and I have a mascara I do love, and that is the Thrive Tubing Mascara. That's the wand of it. This just goes on great, and I love the way you clean these off just with water, and then it just kind of melts away. The novelty of that is worth trying it. So I do have to be a little more careful when I put this on, because once your eyelashes stick together, it's real hard to get them apart. But this builds such pretty lashes. All right, yeah, love this. So we'll come back and do another layer of that. All right, moving on to a concealer, and I have a concealer I'm crazy about, and that is this Hourglass Vanish. I have it in Birch. Now I'll tell y'all, this is, warn you, this is very brightening, and you may not want it this brightening. I got it in the lightest. I'm not even using a color corrector with this. Just right here on my dark circles. I do this a little bit different than a lot of my concealers. I usually will set a concealer, and I'm real careful with this one, or it will look dry. That's the application of it. Okay, now I'm going to run it down through some shadows, through the center of my face. And then while it kind of sets a little bit under my eyes, we'll blend out some little shadows. Okay, I've got my Big Beauty blender for my face. Spraying it with a little bit of the e.l.f. And you may not like this step. I just like to brighten all through the center of my face. Now for under the eyes, I'm getting my Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist. This has actual oil in it. I want a little moisture with this, or through the day, it kind of starts drying out. But with this, it's beautiful. And then I'm going to get my Sonia G, let's see which one this is, mini cheek brush. And this is just nice and soft. And I'm just going to, I have a tiny bit of powder in the lid. And that's what I'm going to use for my under eye. And just tap it on. I just want very little. Okay, for foundations, I tried out two this month, and I love them both. The first one is the Smith & Co. Veiled Threat Weightless Micro Blurring Foundation. It is a nice, leaning towards full cover with a velvety skin finish. Just a little bit luminous, it really looks like velvet on the skin. I love this so much. I bought my daughter one, and when she put it on, she said, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever had on my face. I've never heard a bad review of it. JD loves this. Mary Ellen loves this. Mel Thompson loves this. It's in a nice glass bottle. It has a nice pump. Very nice foundation. And then the other one, just as beautiful, is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion. Now this one has a higher luminosity, has more luminosity, and it's beautiful. It's a medium to full cover, very luminous, and this is the one we're going to use because I asked my girls over on Instagram, which one do you want to see? And Flower Beauty won. So we're going to use this one today, and I love this. I have this in nude 1.3, 1.3. Okay, we're just going to put it right on the face. Put 2 pumps on each cheek, and then one on the back of the hand. Spraying my beauty blender with my e.l.f. Mist and Set. Okay, then for a setting powder, I have a setting powder that I fell in love with this month, and that is the L'Oreal Infallible Loose Setting Powder. This goes on so pretty. It's finely milled and just goes on real light. I just think it's really beautiful, and I have started putting my powder on with a smaller brush and being more careful about where I put it so I don't cover up all of my dewiness. So I'm going to use that soft cheek brush again and just pick up, you know, a little bit out of the container and then tap it off into the lid. And then just kind of go through the center of my face and take the shine down a bit more carefully. So you can see I left a little bit of a sheen over here on the cheeks, but I also want to be careful because I don't want my blush and bronzer to drag either. So I'm just putting residue over there, and then that dewiness can peek back through so nice. Okay, I didn't test out anything for bronzers this month, so I'm trying to decide between the Bronze Goddess and the Fenty Shady Biz. And I think I'm going with the Shady Biz. All right, I'm getting my Morphe E3. Tapping that off. I don't remember how pigmented this is. Yeah, that's really pretty. I love this Shady Biz. That's very nice. Okay, next I have a new blush that I love, and that is the MAC Floor Power. I had this in the past, and it disappeared. I don't know where it went. This is a beautiful rosy color, just a beautiful baby pink that doesn't darken me at all. It just lifts. And then I like to go a little over the nose. Just anywhere the sun would hit. Ah, that is the most perfect pink, sweet blush. Maybe a little cool for the bronzer, so we'll go over the bronzer a little and kind of bring those two together. Okay, I'm going to blend that out just a little bit. Let's see, we'll take a BK Beauty brush. This is the 102, very soft. All right, I'm going to do another layer of mascara, and then I'll come back and we will do lips. Okay, for liners, I have a new Charlotte Tilbury liner in Pillow Talk 2 Medium. I got this when I got the eyeshadow palette. Then I'm going to use a new lipstick by Lawless. I love this color in Platinum. A very light shade. I think this is the lightest in her new collection. Okay, next I'm going to move on to highlighters, and I picked up 2 this month that I loved. One of them I heard about from Mindy Davis MUA. This is the RMS Beauty Luminizing Powder in Grande Dame. It is one of those, for me, that's kind of a skin tone, That is my favorite. A highlighter that is close to my skin tone. It is just a beautiful lit from within glow. And I can put this on with kind of a looser fan brush and get a real light wash of color, or a denser brush and really get a shine going. This is so pretty. The one I'm going to use today is a Becca highlighter. I picked this up in Moonstone. This is one of my favorite colors I have ever tried in a highlighter, and I felt like I would like it. Another one of those skin tones, on me skin tone. And I felt like I would like it because I have the Skin Illuminator in Moonstone, and I loved this a lot. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to put it on with my Sonia G from the Red collection, the Fan Pro. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit. It goes on nice and pigmented. And go over my nose. Then I'm going to get my Beauty Blender and I'm going to bounce that out on it. And it makes any texture disappear and not so blinding. Then you know what I didn't do? I didn't do my lower lash line. Let's do the lower lash line. I'm going to get my Sigma E47 and then let's go into that one. And we'll just do that lower lash line real quick. I just do the outer. And then I'm going to buff out my face with a new powder I got that I'm also loving, and that's this Jouer Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder. It's nice and blurring and just leaves a really pretty finish on the face. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use it with my BK Beauty 102 brush. It's a very nice. I have this one in the lightest. All right, I'm going to go finish touching on my mascara, kind of fix my hair, and I will be back. All right, y'all, and that is my makeup look with all of my favorites this month. And it was a great month for favorites. Some final thoughts on this Charlotte Tilbury. I do wish there was a darker brown so I could richen up that outer V. I still crave to richen that up a little bit, but it's a nice daytime look for me because I like a lot of drama. And I wish there was a matte brow bone shade in here, but I love this enough that I'm going to repurchase more Charlotte Tilbury. Love how pigmented it is, minimal fallout, very blendable. I really love this palette a lot. Yeah, I love all the products I have on my face. So anyway, y'all definitely let me know down below some things that y'all are loving so we can all pick those up and love them with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.